calling homeless people or organizing homeless people for the fight back. So we have our homeless popular assemblies, which we will conduct one after the dismantling of the wall.
Who's ready to fight back in the class war? Yeah, because it's being waged against us, right? We don't have to start it, it's happening.
Our military, our jails, our schools, our health care, our housing are all commodities, are all about the bottom line for corporate America, and that means poor people need not apply.
I am proud to say that I'm one of the public voices, the first that came for the homeless, the only self-governing organization that has created the only self-governing homeless intentional community in the United States.
Why when people get hurt, they have to lobby, or get sick, they have to lobby to get help? I think this country needs universal health care. It's going to come anyway, because the prices have been privatized. It's too high for the common person to get healthy, to go to the hospital.
You just been elected mayor of St. Francis. That's San Francisco for y'all. You wouldn't believe it, right? Well, you've been elected mayor, and we want to know, what are you going to do, Mayor Social, to solve this homeless crisis?
I think I'm going to take the money out of politics, because that's what's raping the communities.
Thank you. This land doesn't belong to this building. This land doesn't belong to city council. It belongs to the people. It belongs to the people. So what I'm saying is, I'm telling folks today, if you see a private security guard going up against somebody, it's your job to stand in front of that person and tell them they have a right to be on public space. If you get sick, you go to the hospital and they release you to go home, and if your home is the streets, who's gonna take care of you? How are you gonna heal? How are you gonna wound? What they trying to tell us, they don't care. They not trying to tell us that, they ain't told us that. How many people have died on the street without proper shelter?
They say, oh, well, we're gonna build more affordable units. Affordable for who? Last time I checked, the cost of living is not keeping up with the wages. So housing for who? For those that already got the means to help themselves? No, we say obtainable housing for those that do not have the means. And then they say get a job. You know, over 50% of the homeless work full-time jobs and still can't afford a place to live.
As mayor of San Francisco, my first declaration, my absolute first declaration is that all public space is now open for public use, 24/7.
Stop taking the money out of the government's pockets and start putting money into programs to help build affordable housing, because what they're doing, we can't afford to eat. When we pay rent, we take all of our money to pay the rent and not afford to eat.
When they tell you to wait for housing, tell them housing is a lie. Housing isn't coming in the way that we need housing to come. Housing is a token. Housing is a promise for the future to distract us from the present. Housing is a fucking human right, that's for sure.
My second declaration is to all these empty buildings and all these property owners. Guess what? In 72 hours, those buildings revert to the people.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the people that are houseless and I'm going to house them. I'm going to provide them with the services that they need in order for them to get back on their feet. I'm going to provide jobs for them so that they can go out and make a living. The people that can't work, I'm going to provide services for them so that they can be able to afford not only medical care, but living expenses. I'm going to provide food for them so they don't have to worry about a thing.
I really want to promote using rooftop gardening in community spaces.
If I was mayor, I shut down all the military bases all around the world. I would shut down all the black sites. I would shut down all the unnecessary police forces and put all the money into homelessness.
I'll stop going to another country and use all the money
that spend on a war, instead use it for housing programs, because that's ridiculous that we have to like go into another country and spend so much money when we can take care of the people here.
I'd immediately call for a moratorium on the camping ordinance. I would direct the city manager to tell the police to lay off the poor people.
I'm going to provide them with a path to recovery so that they can get back into society and start healing themselves and getting back to their lives that they had before they were disrupted.
Let me tell you. And I will make all these hotels, Airbnb, and all the tech companies pay your taxes.
We are in this house together because it's the house that we're building, and it's the house of social justice. It's the house of fuck you, and it's the house of fighting back, supporting each other, being creative. Look at this freaking awesome artwork. You know? Nobody needs to do anything for us. We can do the shit for ourselves. Listen to the music we can play. We can do this for ourselves. Eureka is in the house. Came all the way the fuck down from Southern Humboldt to be here today. So let's get real. Let's have our party. Let's celebrate. Let's be tenacious. Let's be relentless. And let's understand this is a long haul fight. We are the laborers of this revolution.
We're now going to dismantle this wall. They didn't tell me how we're going to dismantle this wall. Maybe you know. All right, dismantle the wall. Down with the wall. Down with the wall. Mr. Trump, take down the wall. All right. I have such a pretty wall, too. Thank you, everybody.